Hello and welcome to today's video. Wasn't last month incredible? For those of you that have recently joined, welcome again. And this video is kind of specifically for those of you that are coming into Neal Remedies with the thought of working it as a direct selling business, which obviously it is. So today I thought I would share with you some ideas, some thoughts of how you can work with Neal Remedies as a brand, as a direct seller, and what that could look like for you. Okay, so please bear with me. There's going to be quite a bit to cover, but I'm going to try to cover it in simple form, in basic form, and cover most of what I need to say today. However, I'm sure there'll be other videos that I create in the future that will dive in a little bit deeper, perhaps, to some of those categories. So, what is actually a direct seller? So, a direct seller is somebody from any profession or no profession who chooses to work with a brand and be a brand ambassador. So you have fallen in love with the products, you like the ethics, and you have chosen to become an Neal consultant and an ambassador. So your kind of purpose is to share what you learn, what you love, what you know about Neal Remedies with other people. Now, first of all, you can do this completely offline if you choose to. You can do it completely online if you choose to, and you can do a absolute mix. Okay, so you can work Neal Remedies away from social media, or you can combine them both. Okay, it's kind of like it's your business. It's up to you what fits you, what kind of suits you, your personality, your personal situation, etc. All right, so a direct seller is an ambassador for a brand. So the first thing I would say is really kind of look at the brand's ethics. It is a prestige, British, iconic aromatherapy skincare brand. There is a lot about it from an ethical perspective. There's a lot about it from sustainability. So really kind of get to know the brand. Now, depending on your starter kits, you may have had these in the starter kits. If you haven't, you will find these or an updated version on your back office, okay? And these were absolutely fundamental to me when I first started Neal Remedies 13 years ago, because I really wanted to find out, well, what is Neal Remedies? Where did it come from? Talk about the brand, so I could really get the understanding up, so then I could share it with my clients and my customers. So one of the things that was included in my kit was this gorgeous little book. And it's fantastic because it talks about the mission, the belief system within Neal Remedies. It talks about health inside and out, and obviously our symbol of the tree, where that came from. It talks about where we started as Neal Remedies in Covent Garden. So it talks about the history of the pioneering spirit, really deep diving into the brand. First certified organic health beauty company, first high street retailer to sell certified organic essential oils, first company to produce Soil Association certified cosmetics, and first carbon neutral high street retailer. We're also one of the first companies in the UK to launch beauty and skincare products enriched with fair trade certified ingredients, and the UK's largest high street retailer of therapeutic herbs, and we are the UK's largest range of certified organic health and beauty products. So this little booklet is filled of information, inspirational beginnings. It talks about the family, and then it talks about frankincense, award-winning beauty. It's jam-packed, okay? It's a beautiful little book, but it is jam-packed. So I would really say, get to know about the brand, because when you really invest in learning about the brand, then you will work from a really aligned place. Direct selling in Neal Remedies is beautiful to do, but it's quite different to how you see and may have experienced some other direct selling companies. We're not all about throwing products on social media. This is 20 quid, buy it now. This is 15, buy it now. Oh, doesn't this look great? Buy it now. We're not into spamming social media with just pictures of images of products and a buy now link. We're about, who are we? You know, what do we stand for? Why are we different? And when you start to share your story and you connect with the brand online or in person, you start to connect with your audience as well. So it's not kind of let's spam every single product out there. Oh, guess what? I'm not getting any orders. Not surprised really if you're going to do that. You've really got to showcase the brand in its fullness. And you do that by having knowledge and information at hand, okay? There's another little book here for those of you that are really into essential oils. I think it's still available. It might be available in a download, but it is literally, it's got every single essential oil that we have all in here. And it talks about, you know, what it is, how it can help somebody, and key actions and how to use it. So it's kind of really well set out. So again, if you're learning about essential oils and you really want to understand, let's rephrase that. If you want to sell them, you have to understand them. You have to be able to understand them so you know what the product is, and then you have to know what the features are about that product, so what's included, and then you need to know about the benefits of that product, as in what's it going to do for your customer, and then you create your content, or then you have your conversation, then you sell a product, okay? So knowledge is key. So they're just a couple of little extras that you'll find hopefully on your back office, or you might have had in your kits. So when you are working it as a direct selling brand, I really want you to think about, when you create content, if you're doing it on social media, what is the story? You know, who are you? Why are you looking at this product? Why does this product connect with you? What is it about this product that you want to share passionately with your audience? What's in this product that your audience are going to connect with? Why do they need it? What is their desire? So what problems do they have that you can solve with it? What do they desire to feel like if they use that product? Because as soon as you start to connect on that deeper level, it's when the magic happens. So as a direct seller, I would definitely say one of my top tips is really understand your brand. If you've worked in direct sales before and it was very sale, throw it out there with no depth, and it didn't work out for you, there could be a reason behind that, okay? And it's really about standing out as the expert. Now, I know you might think, oh, I feel a bit of imposter. I'm not an expert, okay? There's only one way to become an expert, and that is to learn your trade, okay? So if you're going to do direct selling or you're going to run a business, to be successful, you've got to know all about what you're doing. And it takes time. Nothing's going to sort of click your fingers and going to happen necessarily today, but you can start to learn something as you begin to grow through your business, okay? So definitely get kind of savvy with all the background information, because trust me, it will really, really help you. Another really good kind of point to raise if you're a direct seller is your kit is there for a couple of reasons, okay? And actually you can do a lot with your kit. I hope I remember them all. Number one, it is for you to try and sample the range. So like I was just saying, for you to genuinely get behind a product, for your eyes to light up, for your smile to come over your face, for you to feel genuinely excited and passionate about a product, it's because you've fallen in love with it. So when you fall in love with a product, it becomes less about selling it. It becomes more about sharing that knowledge, that passion, that excitement with somebody else. They feel it from you. They want part of it. They ask you, how do they purchase? Okay. It's a very natural sales tactic that a lot of people, especially leaders in direct selling, have no clue about, okay? Because they've just been taught to just literally parrot fashion sell. And parrot fashion sell will not grow you a business, okay? So it's about the connection, the relationship that you have with the product, and then how you share that with somebody else, either written content, verbal content, video content, or what have you, okay? So the kit is there for you to try. Number two, the kit is there for you to share with your audience. So if you are online, an unboxing video, they've been around for years now, but they are fantastic. But think about it before you do it, okay? I'm going to say it, and it's please don't judge, okay? But we are a prestige British iconic brand. Please don't do an unboxing video in your pajamas with your hair a mess, looking a bit in your comfies, okay? With all sorts of clutter behind you, kids making noises, dogs barking. Please don't do it like that, because number one, it kind of depreciates the prestigeness of the brand. And number two, you might actually start to target unknowingly the wrong demographic of customer, okay? And if you target the wrong demographic of customer, you won't necessarily be successful in your sales, okay? So when you do your unboxing video, I'm not talking about you having to be like glammed up, looking beautiful. You can be very natural, exactly how you are, but just kind of tidy, dressed. Maybe find somewhere that's uncluttered in your home or in an office or in your bedroom or in your bathroom, wherever. That has got nice lighting. You're not going to get disturbed, and you can genuinely go through your kit in a really nice professional way, a natural way, but really in line with the brand. Okay, so that would be the first thing you could do with your kit, is an unboxing video. But just be mindful, be a bit prepared, because you're a business owner. Even if you're doing it as a direct selling and you don't do beauty and you don't do complementary therapies, it's still a business. You're still a business owner. So let's put our business hats on when we are talking and working our businesses. Okay, does that make sense? So an unboxing video is great. People love them. I love watching everyone's unboxing videos. I didn't do one. 13 years ago, unboxing videos were not even a thing. No one said about it. It was not even discussed. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even take any photos. Absolutely gutted now looking back. So if you are still quite new and you're watching this and thinking, oh, I could do that, do it now, okay? It doesn't matter if you've been here for 2 weeks, 2 months. If you've still got your kit, go put it back in a box, or at least like put it on a table and say, right, I've just unboxed my kit. Let me show you what I've got, okay? So it's a fantastic way to do that online in unboxing, okay? You can also do that one-to-one. Invite your mum, your sister, your auntie, your friends, your neighbours, whoever, around for a cup of tea and say, listen, I've just unboxed my kit. Do you want to see what's in my Neal kit? It's amazing, okay? And sit with a cup of tea, slice of cake, and unbox it in front of your friends. And you can talk about, oh my God, look at this. I wonder what this does. And don't be shy. If you don't know what everything does, don't worry about it, okay? You will learn. You're not going to know everything to start off with. If somebody says, oh, what is that? What's that for then? Oh, I don't know, but you know what? I'm excited to find out, okay? So you can do your unboxing video online, or you can do your unboxing in front of somebody, okay? Or every time your friends come around, say, hey, listen, look, let me get my vanity case out. Come see what I've got this week, okay? You can also use your kit to do demonstrations. So every single product is a potential photographic opportunity for you to take your own photo, either with yourself, grab a product, okay, or take a photo like maybe on a table, something, I'm putting that over the back, create kind of a little sort of collage of photos that you can use, that are yours, that you can use in your group online, or you can print off on your computer, pop it in a frame and use it if you're doing an event or something like that, okay? So every single product in your kit is an opportunity to take a photo, either with you, which always work out to be great, because when you've got you in a photo, no one else can take and steal that photo from you. No other consultant who stumbles across it will want it because it's got your face in it, okay? So, take it with you or put it on the side and create a nice little image, okay? So every product has a photo opportunity. Every product, therefore, also has content opportunity. So if you're using online, you can talk about, you can go onto your website, you can copy and paste, you can open up your catalogues, you can open up any books that you've got, and you can really kind of talk about that product. So you've got a photo opportunity, a written content opportunity, and for those of you that have got confidence and are kind of brave, then you've got a video content opportunity where you can take every single product, and talk about it to your audience, okay? Whether that's in a recorded format, if you're a bit nervous about going live, recorded is fine. Or if you go live, you can go live. So every single thing in your kit has masses of online potential content for you, okay? So that will help to build the know, like, and trust with your audience, help to build the connections, and therefore help to build the relationships. And if you are careful in the way that you kind of you look, you've prepared your room and you've got everything just as you need it, just so it looks professional, then people will really start to think, oh, she's taking this really seriously, she's really into this. And that connects people even more, okay? So use your kit. Obviously your kit is also perfectly primed, especially if you've got your vanity bag, to be able to go and do home parties, home gatherings, coffee mornings at friends, whether you've got 2 or 20 people who've collected and gathered somewhere. You can take your vanity case with all your products, everything else that you need along with you, really simply lay them out on a coffee table, lay them on the kitchen side, lay them out on a dining room table, and let people try them, let people sniff them, you can talk about them and so forth. So it's great for going out and doing events. I personally don't do parties. I don't even like the word party, actually. And Neal's Remedies are trying to move away from the word party because it doesn't really align to the prestige kind of brand that we are. A party is a party, but a party gives the connotations that it's kind of a bit like, oh, let's have a Prosecco, let's have some pizza, we'll buy something if we can be bothered, and if we can't, we'll just sit and chat. And actually, that's why a lot of parties aren't successful, because they're not set up in the right format. Whereas if it's kind of a gathering, a Neal's Yard coffee morning, or a Neal's Yard gathering, or a Neal's Yard workshop, then the people that tend to attend see it in a little bit more of a, don't want to take the fun out of it, but more serious kind of event. Like they're going to need to ask questions, or going to need to sit and listen, or going to need to try things and get involved slightly. Rather than kind of it's just around a friend's house and we're just going to get drunk, okay? There's a place for everything, but Neal's Yard is kind of moving more into the prestige rather than kind of the typical kind of party, direct selling party setup. Okay, so you can take it round people's houses and showcase the brand. You can also go out and do events in your community as a direct seller. So you can set up a table. I've got a semi one set up here. I'm having a coffee morning open house event in my home in March. So I know I'm a bit early, but I like to take my time to kind of prepare myself, get the products, get the right literature up and running, print off any posters I want to use, that kind of thing. So mine's doesn't look like it's going to look in a month's time, but you know, you can go off and you can do this in your community. You know, lots of fetes and fairs around where you can take your kit. You only need your kit, but if you want to buy in more stuff, or you've got products that you use at home in addition to your kit, you can take them along and use them as like samples or testers or sniff pots and stuff like that. So when you go out into the community, you are kind of, again, showcasing yourself, the brand. So again, always lead in a professional manner, friendly, kind, professional. You only know what you only know. So, you know, don't worry about being an imposter and that you don't know what you're talking about. You'll know enough, okay? And what you don't know, you'll learn. And then as you progress over the years, you'll know more and more and more and more, become more and more confident and comfortable in these settings. And you'll see your event side of the business shift up in gears and earning more money, attracting new customers and so forth. So you can go out into the community and do events, or you can do like I've just kind of hinted at just then. You can do your own open house. You can call it a launch party if you want to use that terminology. You could call it a launch event if you don't like partying. And again, you can just use your dining room table, coffee table, a garden table, you know, whenever time of year it is that you want to do this, lay out your kits, invite a few friends around for coffee and cake, let them explore the products and the brand and kind of go from there. So you could do quite a lot of eventing, and that's where you do get the opportunity to connect with more people in a shorter space of time, okay? You can also create little pamper boxes. And you can use your kit for that. So you can separate the products in your kit out if you wanted to, and make 2 or 3 little boxes. They could be wicker, they could be little plastic boxes, they could be little beautiful little Hessian bags, you know, whatever floats your boat. There are some pictures in the album, so please feel free to check out those. And basically, the little pamper boxes are try me opportunities. So it could be like you do a hand kit, it could be that you do a body kit, it could be that you do a skincare kit, it could be that you do an aromatherapy kit. And you can separate those out into like sections if you wanted to, into like 4 different baskets. And they could appeal to 4 different types of customers. And you basically lend them out to people that you know and you trust, who haven't used Neal's Yard, or maybe have but don't, long time ago, and they get to try the products at home. They return the product to you and hopefully enclose an order. You can put the whole of your kit into a nice hamper and lend the whole kit out if you wanted to, and people can explore everything that you have your hands on as a consultant. And that's a really good sort of service on a one-to-one level. So you can do it on a one-to-one level, which means there's less pressure. You can build your confidence over time. You can also do that and do it on a next level. So if you've had somebody that's bought a couple of things and they want to try some other things, you could say, well, listen, if I lend you my whole hamper, do you fancy sharing it very casually with your friends and your family? If anyone comes around your house to visit you or anything like that, if you share, you know, what's in the kit, let them try it. If you collect orders of £150 or more, you're going to tap into these host rewards. You might be able to get some of the stuff that you want for less. There's no pressure. If people don't want to buy it, they don't want to buy it. You just place a normal order. But potentially, you know, it is beautiful stuff. You might have quite a lot of interest. And then you can lend them the whole basket for maybe a week or a weekend or a long weekend. Potentially they'll get £150 worth of sales. The host is happy because she gets some nice rewards and you get a nice amount of commission. So you can work your kit and your business in that way. And you can do all of it however you like. You can do workshops, and again, you don't need to be qualified to do this. You can do workshops where you invite maybe 3 or 4 people to your house, and you maybe pick out some of the products that you want to talk about. So maybe it might be in line with Neal's Yard Remedies. We tend to have like a theme of the month. So if it's like Wild Rose, like the Wild Rose skincare collection theme, you might have some of those products and say, oh, I'd love to invite 3 or 4 people around for a Wild Rose skincare workshop. If you went online onto our back office, there's actually a whole load of documents that you can print out all about the Wild Rose skincare collection, all about every single product. And if you kind of learn all about that, you can then have that as your notes, then you can go through it and talk about, you know, why you'd use this range and who it'd be suitable for and what are the benefits, what are the features of every single product. And again, you could potentially sell products that way as well. So there's a few ideas there for you as a direct seller to get you up and running. Okay, so there's probably 100 other ways to do it, but I just wanted to kind of give you something sort of short and concise this morning for those of you that are not therapists, that are not in the holistic or complementary therapy kind of industry, who are literally coming in from nowhere. You can do this. You can sell the product. You can talk about the products. You can share the products. You can be really, really successful. There's a whole load of training, like I say, on your work, on your back office and your training tab. So, you know, do the learning, put it into action, and you will really start to see the results within your business. So I hope this video has helped you today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will see you soon. Take care.